Alright, so I just finished my second knife, and this one turned out, in my opinion, a little bit better than the big knife that I made. But if you remember from the other video, I made this knife at the same time as the first one, so there's some mistakes in here that I made on the first knife that are also apparent in this knife as well, even though it really looks pretty good. So this handle is made out of an African hardwood called Wenge, and I'm not sure if that's the way you pronounce it, but it's W-E-N-G-E. And it's dark. It's like a dark brown, kind of black. It's supposed to resemble ebony, but it's actually called the poor man's ebony, even though this is pretty expensive hardwood. So I also used the G10 spacer on this, and I used red, thinking the silver and then the brownish black, when the red would contrast really well with that. But honestly, you can hardly see it. So that's definitely a lesson learned there, because that stuff's not cheap. And on a dark handled knife, the red really doesn't show up. At least it didn't for me. So actually pretty happy with my polish on this knife. I don't know how I got it to look better than what I did. I used the same process on this knife that I did on the other one, but this one's just showing less scratches, and it's just got a really nice polish on it. Now if you hold it the right way, you can see some fine scratches in there, and I just don't think I'm going to be able to get those out by hand. And maybe one day I'll get a one of those buffing wheels, because right now I'm using the buffer on my drill, and I just don't think it generates the RPMs to get some of those fine scratches out. So this whole knife making process is actually a lot harder than what you think, but getting a knife sharp is actually proven to be difficult for me, and I think it's because I don't really have the right sander to get the bevel down to where it needs to be, and then to put an edge on it. So I'm guessing and eyeballing it, which isn't the best way to do it, and then I'm putting the best edge on it that I can. Now on my first knife, the big knife, I didn't get that one very sharp at all. This one is actually pretty sharp, but I was trying to slice paper with it, and it was catching on the paper and not slicing through it. So more work to do in that area for sure, and I'll continue to work on it even after this video is posted, to try to get the edge on this knife. All right, so let's shift gears and walk through the construction of this knife. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned to the channel. I've got more knife making videos coming up. I just got a new knife blank, some 1095. This is 2 inches by 12 inches, and I'm going to get started on knife number 3, and of course incorporate all of the things that I learned in the first 2 knives, and hopefully come out with a better product. So if you like this video, like the content of the channel, hit that subscribe button. And hey, thanks for watching.